My uncle came home one day with a motorcycle, and I always remember on the weekends him and his brothers would go out riding, and my aunt would go riding with them. And it was just something, I'd always hear him come home on the bike, and it was just something to behold that I always look forward to seeing him.
I grew up in a little town of Algoma. It was about 3,600 people. And back in the day, when I was 8, 10, 12, 13, I was building go-karts and mini bikes and all different things. But at one point, when I turned 15, I knew that at age 15 and a half, I could be driving a motorcycle with my temporary driver's permit during daylight hours only. And I did not want to miss 1 minute of that.
For me personally, I guess, again, it goes back to, well, when I first was able to ride alone or be by myself and take that stuff, it's the freedom. It's, I say a lot now, I still say it now, is like, it is therapy. It's wind therapy. It's getting out there in the open road, and whether it's taking it to work or just riding around town or riding with friends on the weekend.
Sensation of freedom. It's the sensation of not being bound to one place, not being bound to a stereotype.
Well, I think over the years the motorcycle community has changed. Back in the old days, it was everybody had a little different mentality for motorcycles and motorcycle people. I think it was a little rougher and a little harder, and motorcycle clubs were more prevalent, I think, and that used to be pretty much the only people that ride. But nowadays, everybody rides. The Harley started producing enough bikes, and people became more and more interested in motorcycles, so now it's from all walks of life now.
It's very diverse. It's very different depending on which quote-unquote group you go into. Biggest misconception, that they're all badasses and carry weapons and big in bed and gonna kick your ass and all this other stuff. That's what I could think were maybe some of the biggest conceptions on it, until you actually get to talk to people. And I've gotten that over the years, going and talking to other people. It's just like, it didn't care what you rode. It was, you're on two wheels, and that was more like the brotherhood, the sisterhood. Doesn't matter if you're a male or female. It's just like, you're free riding, you're accepted that way.
I can remember for 25 years I used to ride with the Satan's Outcast Motorcycle Club from Algoma, Wisconsin. They started, and years ago we would get on our motorcycles. This was more when it was acceptable back then. We'd get a bottle of wine and be going up through Door County on our motorcycles, passing wine bottles back and forth at 90 miles an hour and drinking them, and well, we'd be having a great time, doing this. And was it safe? Was it smart? Was it legal? No.
After my younger brother passed away, and we started our first AZMR ride, and it was probably the best memorial ride. The thing to do was able to ride with my older brother, because he finally got a bike. Not the first year, but the second year he actually got a bike, and I think that was most memorable, just to do that in his honor and have my brother with me.
And I just remember getting on the freeway out in Waukesha, and I looked around me, and all there was just bikes. And we all were going to the same place. We were all had the same goal in mind, and that was to celebrate this, great anniversary of Harley Davidson for their 120th anniversary, and just celebrate bike culture in general. It was just an amazing feeling being there with people from all across the world, all across the country.